Right, so I'm back with another episode of Top 5 Mods. So the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC has been released, and this DLC allows you to build your very own vaults as well as experiment on your vault dwellers. The next DLC on the list is Nuka World, which should be released in August, and it was about it for the Fallout 4 updates. So let's roll that intro. So Preston has been kinda quiet. I think he might be building up that clone army in secrecy. I guess he didn't really appreciate me borrowing some of his clones for target practice last time. Also, I kinda haven't been paying attention because I was too busy performing weird experiments on my Vault 88 residents. I spiked soda with psychedelic drugs, blew some guy up on a bike, and performed laser eye surgery. All for the betterment of mankind, I think. Anyways, I took a little break and now I'm back to show you the latest of what modding has to offer. So first up we got healthier Brahmins. Have you ever looked at the Brahmins, the double-headed mutated cows, and been disgusted by their wrinkly pink skin? I mean, I have to be brutally honest, and I think we all realize this, but it kinda looks like a testicle sack. They all just look like double-headed testicle sacks. Well, no more. This mod gives the Brahmin a little brown coat of paint, some fur, which makes them look more approachable. So yeah, now they just look like hairy testicle sacks. Overall, a very big improvement in my books. Anyways, one cow got slightly aggressive with me, so I had to teach it a lesson. But then my sellers got a tiny bit too excited and things just escalated. But at least I got a nice wall piece out of it, so I'm satisfied. Anyhow, at number 4 we've got Bunker 1 Charlie Player Home _ Settlement. So this mod adds in a military outpost with an underground bunker to the game. It's got an outside area as well as a huge inside area. A pristine underground bunker, supposedly all built by Mr. House. Now, both the outside and inside area are settlements, so you can place down all your new Vault-Tec items. It's located just south of listening post Bravo, but the entire area is fenced off, so you have to go to the eastern end where the entrance is. There's 3 cabins outside, and then you've got the main bunker, which leads to the underground area. To get the building menu, you first have to activate the shiny workshop just inside the bunker. So first up we've got the northeastern cabin. It's made out of shiny and nice wood. On the inside you've got a fireplace as well as a stock liquor cabinet, just to my taste. Off on the right you've got a bedroom with a sniper rifle right next to your bed, so I guess you're prepared in case things get hairy. But in case they get too hairy, you've also got a not so hidden escape hatch right next to the fireplace. And this escape hatch leads to the underground area of the bunker. Right next to the bunker you've got the remaining 2 cabins. The one on the left is empty, and the one on the right is also empty. So spicing these up is left up to you. Or in my case, up to my workers. Fortunately, the labor laws aren't quite that strict anymore. Anyhow, the bunker's got some decorations on the inside and very conveniently marked crates. I mean, they don't really look all that great, but they're very conveniently marked at least. And the wooden door leads to the underground section. Now this area is pretty big. Right as you enter, you've got a swimming pool with a fountain. So after quenching my thirst in the swimming pool, I noticed there was a doghouse right next to it, just below the spiral staircase, which doesn't really seem all that sanitary to me. But there's also a bedroom with red velvet bed sheets. And if that doesn't quite do it for you, there's also an ensuite pristine bathroom with a shower, towels, and even toilet paper. It's also got storage containers, a crafting room, a dining area, a kitchen, another dining area, a giant empty room that's used for something, and even more empty rooms. So yeah, overall this place has potential. It's got some nice looking areas and some not so nice looking areas. The underground section is a tad bit too dark in some places, and some of the textures are a tiny bit flat, so size isn't everything. It's not about how big your settlement is, it's of course about girth, or about how neatly it all ties together. One of those two. This one just feels a tad bit too large and echoey. And that's when I heard it. I heard mooing, echoing throughout the entire bunker. The Brahmin had finally tracked me down and come for their revenge. I don't know how Brahmin are capable of forming an attack plan, but they did, somehow. They swarmed the entire base and were flattening my dried up grass with their hooves. My fucking god. So yeah, I definitely need something to fend off this wave of mad cows. So what better than the DKS 501 sniper rifle? But for that we first have to sneak out of here, and then go to Natick Banks. Just southwest of it, right next to the Red Rocket, you'll see this house. Go into the house and pick the lock crate. Inside you'll find a Gobi Campaign Scout Rifle along with a note. And the Gobi Campaign Scout Rifle is a unique variant of the DKS 501 sniper rifle, which is pretty much a sniper rifle from all the older Fallout games. But if you don't like Gobis, the standard model is also added to Raiders as well as Traders. So this gun is pretty customizable. The Gobi variant can be customized just like the rest of them, but it has a cool desert paint job. So you can go for short and sweet or long and strong, and if that's not to your taste, you can also go for the pointy flavor. By default this thing fires 308, but you can change that to a more suitable 50 caliber, or something smaller if you're the rapid fire person. You can also change the barrel length, the magazine size, and put your favorite scope on it. You can really make this into your personal high caliber sniper rifle, or 10EP shooter. But yeah, this gun looks great, it's very customizable. The only thing I can complain about is the reloading animation. If you look closely, you can sort of see the charging handle stick through your hand as you reload, which I don't think is supposed to happen in real life. But with my backpack full of sniper rifles, I ventured back to my bunker. It was time for a barbecue. So I started shooting at cows left, right, and center. Even though I had sniper rifles, I felt the need to really just get down and dirty in there. There were just so many goddamn cows. Pretty soon though, I ran out of ammo. Besides forgetting to pack my lunch, I also forgot to pack extra ammo, apparently. So I had to resort to using my DIY spear, which worked fine for a while until the extensive use had made it so blunt I could barely kill a headless cow with it. So I resorted to using my fists. Things were starting to look bleak, but then suddenly one of the Brahmins dropped a minigun. Just what I needed. So I used that minigun to unload into the herd of cows. Things were really starting to look up. Unfortunately, a group had assembled on the front porch of my cabin. So I had no choice but to shoot every single one of them. They even attempted to fly away, but I had the perfect anti-air gun. Anyways, there was a slight amount of collateral damage, so now there's some extra holes in my cabin. But yeah, good news is that we won't be running out of food anytime soon. The bad news is that there's just cow blood everywhere. Some of it on my floor, just a lot of it on my bunker, a tiny bit of it in my mouth, but mostly in my clothes. So I really need some new blood-proof clothing. So why not an MOPP suit from LEYR'S Texture Workshop? So this mod sets out to add a bunch of new armors to the game. Currently it's only got the MOPP suit, which stands for Mission Oriented Protective Posture. The more you know. But in order to acquire a mob, you'll first have to venture to the Federal Supply Cache 84NE at the edge of the glowing sea. At this cache you'll find some cow-loving soldiers that will try and kill you on sight. So you have to take care of them with your DKS sniper rifle. But once they're dead you just have to make sure. And once that's over with, you can grab yourself a mop and start getting rid of all this blood. See what I did there? No? Right. But yeah, this suit looks pretty good. It's got a nice green texture with some combat armor on top of it. It makes you look like you're ready to face radiation as well as bullets. Although it does look like the mob people took a bit of inspiration from the Institute cleanroom suits. Or maybe it's all imported from China. I'm not sure. But if you're not a fan of the hood, a combat helmet also goes rather well with the suit. But yeah, I'm thinking of turning the bunker into a ranch slaughterhouse combo. My meat is gonna be extra high in metal, so it should fetch quite a good price. Anyways, enough about my wasteland entrepreneurship. At number 1 this week we've got David Hunter, a Brotherhood story, which follows the story of David Hunter, who is in the Brotherhood. I mean, you probably guessed that from the title, but I felt the need to clarify. So this mod adds in a questline with voice characters, and at the end of it you'll get David Hunter to be your companion. Now in order to start this questline, you'll first have to go to the Pritwin, then make your way to the main deck. Go upstairs, go to the right and talk to David. He'll send you on a mission to retrieve an iBot data disk, because he's too lazy to get it, apparently. So you have to go to the Corvega assembly plant, try not to die as the world seemingly blows up around you, shoot some raiders, then shoot some raider kids that try to beat you with a pool cue, and retrieve the data disk. And once you bring him back, he'll have you decrypted on a terminal as he's seemingly too lazy to walk 5 feet, and then he gets thrown into jail for being lazy. Serves him right. Okay, that's not the real reason. David isn't entirely satisfied with the Brotherhood's direction in Fallout 4. He was much more a fan of our kind-hearted approach in DC. So he's sort of going behind their backs to do some real good. And me personally, I'm not quite sure anymore. After that whole railroad fiasco with the Tinkertown clones and now that Preston thing, I'm starting to become slightly worried of the sins. Maybe Maxim is onto something. But anyways, during the questline you'll find out more about David's as well as other characters' backstories. Now the voice acting is pretty good, the dialogue as well as the quests are well integrated into the game.
I just wanted to let you know to watch your step. You're on my shit list now too.
I could really use some help here.
Anymoth Other is also planning on doing one of these small backstories with a character from each of the major factions in the game, so there is something to look forward to here. But overall, a quality mod. But we can't go through life without bonus mods, so this week we've got the Space Marine. So this mod adds in Warhammer 40k armor and weaponry to the game. In order to get your hands on it, you'll have to go into the glowing sea once more. The nice goodies always seem to be tucked away in the glowing sea for some reason. But you'll have to find the slightly broken down building east of Skylane's Flight 1665 and open a hatch right next to it. Past the guard that seemingly died of natural causes, jump down again, and grab yourself your very own suit of Warhammer 40k power armor. Then in the room next to that you can find some bolters, just perfect for taking out the Sin's guard. But yeah, I don't know what the employees of this place were doing when the bombs dropped, but their skeletons are kinda weird. Pretty weird actually. So the power armor can be upgraded and painted with a variety of paint jobs. I went with the most beautiful combination of yellow, blue and red. The bolters can also be upgraded to your taste and painted too. So it all looks pretty good and the bolter reloading animation almost works. But that's when I heard it. I'd recognize that sound anywhere. The Brahmin, they were back. This time, fully geared with gigantic backpacks filled with ammunition and shovels, ready to take me down. I had no choice. I took out my bolter and just started firing. Then suddenly there was a gigantic explosion. But undeterred, I kept firing until there was no cow left standing. Man, that was a close one. Anyways, that was it for this week's mods. Yet again, some very solid mods in there. Will my ranch be profitable? Will I kill every Brahmin in Boston? Is Tinker Tom really truly still dead? Whatever happened to that cat sanctuary? Find out potentially next week, unless my computer blows up. Then you might never find out. But until then... So yeah, honestly, I don't really have a lot to ramble on about here. I truly don't. Nothing like truly amazingly excited happened. Apart from me being slightly hungry now, so I think I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. I think I might do that. Now it's very hard work talking into this microphone right here. Makes you real hungry. So actually, I'm gonna go get that sandwich. You watch the video in the bottom left corner. Be sure to do that. I'll go get a sandwich, okay? That sounds like a sound deal right here. Right? So until next time, when I should be less hungry, because I will have eaten that sandwich by then. Yeah.